What's happening? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. What's happening with y'all? What it do? What it do? We got a special guest in the building today. So when y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. My man Kawhi Elliott in the building already. Dale Delos, what's happening with it? Leon Robinson in the building. Johnny Q in the building. Antonio King, what's happening with it? Aisha, the queen, is in the building. Tay D in the building. The queen Kwee is in the building. What it do? John Kramer, what's happening with it? Yeah. Cortez Bowles in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah, like I said, smash the like button as you come in the building. We got a special guest, Brian Norman Jr., the next big thing, on Top Rank with Top Rank ESPN. Will be making his debut on ESPN this weekend. So if you don't know, you're going to find out real soon. Yes, sir. Let's see. Y'all give me a second here. Y'all give me a second. Like I said, hit the like button as you come in the building. Okay. Let's see what we got in the building. My man Speaks in the building. What's happening with it? Big John Kramer. Omega Red in the building. What's happening with it? Yes, sir. And like I said, hit the like button as you come in the building. Smash on the like button. And please send your prayers out to the Queen Linnea. Please send your prayers out. Coaches, he's no longer with us. So, just please send your prayers out. Go to the community tab. Go to my page and donate, to the GoFundMe for his funeral expenses and whatnot, if you can. And, please just, send your prayer. All prayers going out to Linnea, his wife. Dr. Mark Stearns was happening with it. Salute to you. Todd Swindle, what's happening with it? What it do? Yeah, so like I said, I'm trying to wait for some people to get in the building so I could go ahead and shoot this link to Brian Norman. And we got a lot to talk about. It's a lot going on, and we got a lot to cook on. So definitely, We got a lot we're gonna be cooking on today. We're gonna be talking about, the camp, you know what I'm saying, how it was to be in camp with Jaron Ennis. We're gonna be talking about a lot of things. And like I said, he will be making his debut on Top Rank. So that's real big. So we're gonna talk about how that came about. And if y'all got any questions, you put the questions in the super chat if you got any questions to ask him. So yeah. Cortez Bowles, man, my condolences go out to you and your family, man. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, as you come in the building, smash the like button. I know that they sending out my notifications very, very slow. They barely getting any of my notifications out. But like I said, we in here. Like I said, we gonna have a hell of a show, and we're gonna have a hell of a show, and it's finna go down. Like I said, we will have Brian Norman in here real soon. I'm just waiting for more people to get in the building. Yeah, Speaks. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah. He answered that question before. You know what I'm saying? And the question was to that. I mean, I can have him answer it for you, but he spoke on that already. Last time I had him on, he spoke on that, and he said boots without a shadow of a doubt. Boots. It wasn't even the comparison. Basically, what he said. Boots. But yeah, I can let him tell you, himself. Like I said, when we bring him on right now. But yeah, it's a lot going down in boxing. He answered that question, Johnny Q, and he said that didn't happen. But it's a lot going on in boxing. You know what I'm talking about? We got people all of a sudden crying and acting like it's a disservice to boxing that Errol Spence and Keith Thurman fight, and that Errol Spence and Keith Thurman is fighting with no title on the line. First of all, why they need to fight with a title on the line? What has Keith Thurman earned to fight for that WBC strap? What has he done to earn to fight for the WBC strap? Real talk, let's just keep it real. That fight ain't gonna make no difference. Is the fight gonna be different because the titles ain't on the line? He didn't do anything to earn the WBC strap. You feel me? He didn't do nothing to earn the WBC strap. You dig? I mean, he was out for 3 years, and then he came back, and he had one tune-up fight. So why should he be fighting for a strap? And I think the fight is going to be better at 154 pounds anyway, because both of them, they don't have to kill themselves to try to make weight, and both fighters are going to come in at their full potential. Fully hydrated, and I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. Yeah, and I seen that stuff that Nesta Gibbs did over there, and it's just a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? And I mess with my dude, personal. I know Danny in real life. That's my guy in real life. Nesta's co-host. And Danny let him know you on your own with that shit you saying right now, Ness. Like, I'm not down with that. He over there telling people that they need to boycott the fight, and he gonna run a campaign for everybody to boycott the fight. That's some whole ass shit, straight up and down. And like Knockout said, Errol only want to make weight at 147 if he fighting Bud. Other than that, he don't want to fight at 147 no more. He been telling y'all that. He don't want to fight at 147 no more unless he fighting Bud. I don't know what people acting like they just shocked and surprised. He told everybody he told everybody, right? Continuously, he told everybody, look, if I'm not fighting Bud, I'm not fighting nobody at 147. I'm not fighting at 147 no more. Yeah, Ultimate Fight Club, salute. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what the issue is. He been told us, if I can't get the Bud fight, I'm not fighting at 147. I'm moving up. And now, like I said, the news, the good thing is that they probably know something that we don't. He like, okay, let me get this fight in at 154. I'm not going to kill myself in training camp trying to make weight. And then we still have the titles. We still got the titles. So we still can try to see, about making a Bud fight. We still can try to, go about and try to make the Bud Crawford fight down the line. But we still got the straps. But yeah, he over there acting like he having a goddamn roid rage and shit because Errol Spence is fighting Keith Thurman. And there ain't no belts on the line. Like, what is you talking about? I thought Keith Thurman was your dude. He's supposed to be pro Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman and gave that man all type of access, all type of interviews, all of that. And you talking about you gonna tell everybody to not buy the fight and boycott the fight and all that other fake shit. Did you do that with the Crawford fight? Crawford backed out of the Errol Spence fight to fight a David I've been sneezing that nobody know, right? But you wasn't on your platform crying and bitching and throwing a tantrum, telling people not to buy the fight and boycott the fight. But see, the thing is I personally know that Ness, he's never liked Errol Spence. He's had a problem with him for a long time. And Errol Spence refused, even though Errol Spence is tight with Danny, he fuck with Danny. You know what I'm saying? But he won't give Danny no interviews because he don't fuck with Ness. I mean, personally, and shout out to Boxing Ego. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Boxing Ego. But personally, I seen Errol Spence cuss out Boxing Ego and told him to get the camera out of his fucking face and all that shit because he thought Boxing Ego was Nestor Gibbs. And Boxing Ego was like, bro, I'm Ego. I'm not with the boxing voice. I'm Boxing Ego. And Errol was so hot, he was like, well, you look like that nigga. You look like him, and I'm standing right there. This is back when I used to cover fights and stuff. And I'm standing right there. And so you know what I'm saying? He's always had a personal vendetta against Errol Spence. So he was just looking for something to go at Errol Spence about. My man, Willie Dog, my bad. My man, Big Dog Willie, Khan the GOAT, TWT in the building. He says, breaking news. Khan has become a new commissioner of the WBO. Khan has ordered Bud to fight EJ in a cage match on top of the Empire State Building, and that's facts. Salute to Big Dog Willie, man. Always coming in with the comedy. Yeah, no. Errol Spence is straight, is cool with Ego. He just got their faces. This is years ago. This is like 2018. You know what I'm saying? He just had their faces mixed up because they both tall and they light skinned. And back then, Ego didn't have all of that. That he didn't have that big beard. He was clean shaved. He had a fade and stuff back then. So they kind of favored each other. And so, that's what that was about. That wasn't really Errol Spence. he didn't have no disdain towards Eagle. He just mixed him up with Ness. But yeah. But let me get Brian Norman in here. Let me send this link to Brian Norman real quick so we can get this show started. And like I said, y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. Smash on the like button. It's free. It don't cost nothing. Give me a second. Let me get this link sent out to Brian. The young assassin. Like I said, y'all don't want to miss this one. Y'all do not want to miss this one. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what else. Let me see. Big Dose, what's happening with it? What it do? And like I said, comment. Let me know if you got any questions for Brian Norman. Just drop the questions in the super chat, and I'll make sure I get to all of y'all questions. You know. But yeah, he will be in the building in just a moment now. The link is sent out, and like I said, this is big, you know. Brian Norman, this is big. Y'all better realize now. Y'all better realize now. This gonna be the next big superstar in a few years at Top Rank. Real talk, because Brian Norman, he liked that. He really liked that. So, you know, like I said, any questions y'all got for him, you put it in there. I'm going to try to get to, I'm going to get to all of them there in the super chat. I'm going to get to all of them. But yeah, man, I really wasn't feeling that stuff that Ness did today. Prince to Amir, what's happening with it? Salute, man. I appreciate you coming through, showing love to the channel. But yeah, that stuff that Ness did, man, that was like, come on now. Even though I wasn't rocking with that Bud Crawford and I've been sneezing stuff, I would never get on here and tell everybody to boycott the fight and not pay for it. And like that's sucker stuff, dog. Why would you do something like that? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to take food out of another man's mouth. Now I might tell you that I'm not going to support it and I'm not going to pay for it, but I'm not running no campaign on nobody. I ain't finna run no campaign. Okay, I got you, Tay D. For sure. Just wait for here he is right here. Here go B right here. Let me tap him in. So what's happening? What's happening with it?
What's up, boss?
Yes, sir. And for everybody, once again, we got Brian Norman Jr. in the building, the assassin. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to make his Top Rank debut on ESPN. This is real big. We already got a question for you. My man's already super chatted a question. So we just gonna get right to it, man. Get right to it. My man Tay D, he says, why did you sign with Top Rank? And he says, was it because there's no, he said no real smoke for your weight class. So first of all, I know everybody want to know what weight class you fighting in.
I'm fighting at welterweight officially now. I did want to fight at 140, but this year layoff that I had, my body it got bigger. So 140 right now. That seems like it's out the question. So I'm fully at 147 now.
When you put on some inches, you grew.
Yeah, I done grow a little bit. So
yeah,
I'm still young and growing.
Yeah, man. For everybody that don't know, let everybody know, man, how old you are.
I just turned 22 in November.
Yeah, so you at that, you right there where you still growing, and then probably about another year you're gonna stop growing, just all depends.
Yeah.
But man, so I guess he want to know, what made y'all sign with Top Rank?
We was just looking at all the options. We had offers from everyone, but we felt like Top Rank was the best option for us. Like we see how good they are building fighters. They had Floyd back in the day. You see how far that took him. Of course, he branched off and did his own thing also, but he started off with Top Rank. You go back with Ali when he started it, actually. And then even right now, you got my boy Jaron Ennis and Shakur Stevenson, and you see the following that's coming behind them so fast and so heavy. So I love it. And to answer your question, I know you said it's no real smoke at Top Rank for my weight class, which I don't really watch fights, so I don't really know who at 147 with Top Rank, but I look at it as Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, two whole different promotion teams. But if you want to make the fight, if you want the fight to happen, you'll make it happen no matter what.
Yeah, man. I think that's the best promotional company you could have signed with. I tell people all the time, right? When you young and coming up, it ain't no other better promotional company than Top Rank. I mean, they're the best at building young fighters. First of all, they're gonna build you, they're gonna keep you active. You own the biggest sporting platform, ESPN. You know, it don't get no better than that. And until you get to your peak of your career to where you like a Tank Davis or somebody, up until that point, Top Rank is great. Now, at that point, you might want to look at, and see how they treat you. But as far as, building your career and being young, hey, can't nobody do it better than Top Rank. And I always said that.
Agree with that.
Yeah, man. Let me see if I missed anything else in here. Let me see. People in here, they want to know right off the rip. So let me get to this next question. So, Ed, my man John Kramer, he got a question. And I was talking about this back when, the Bud Crawford fight was announced and everybody was running around trying to say that you was on the undercard. And I was telling people, like, he's not on the undercard of the Bud Crawford fight. No, he is. He's with BLK Prime. He was on the undercard. I kept telling people, no, Brian is not on the undercard. He's not with BLK Prime right now. So I guess my man John Kramer, he says, ask him what happened with the BLK Prime deal. And, I mean, you can get into it if you want to. If you don't want to get into the details like that, if you can't, I understand.
Nah, I'll talk about that. As far as December 10th fight, they offered it to me, but I signed back in pretty much August 1st, and we were trying to get some things going, but at the time we didn't have the tools to get everything done, so we decided to go another route. Like I said, they offered me to be on the undercard of that fight, but by that time, me and Top Rank was talking real heavy, so we decided to go that route.
Yeah. So
like you just said, as far as building your career, they are perfect for that. And BLK Prime, I'm not knocking them or nothing like that, but they are just getting started. And I want to go with somebody who already established in the game, who been doing this and know what they're doing for. Like they got the recipe down pat. They got the blueprint. They still not trying to find themselves or nothing. So I decided to go with Top Rank.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I think you made a great move, man. I love that move. When I seen that you signed with Top Rank, I was like, yeah, it's finna really go down now, And you fighting this weekend, man. Tell us a little bit about, your fight you got coming up this weekend, your opponent, and how long you been training for him and all of that.
I've been training for a very, very long time. Like as soon as we before this deal was even signed with Top Rank, I was already training for the fight. We didn't have a date yet or nothing like that. But I got a point to prove. Like, I took the whole year off or whatever. People forgot about me. Now I'm just some kind of myth in the world. Like I don't even exist no more. I just disappeared off the face of the earth. So now I got to come back and make my mark. So as far as the training camp, I've been training for a mighty long time. I was able to get some work in with Boots again 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think. 2 or 3 weeks ago. So sparring been real good. Everything is wonderful. And as far as my opponent, I got me a very solid southpaw. I still got to stop him though. But very tough opponent. But yeah, he not making it the whole 8 rounds.
So y'all supposed to be going 8.
Yeah.
You got
So
a prediction on when you gonna get him out of there?
I don't really like doing predictions, but I'm going for the first round.
Okay. Knockout said he fighting a tough dude from Argentina. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
see, they'll do that. And I noticed, right? See, top rank, they like to test you. Sometimes they'll match you up with somebody tough to see, okay, to try to see what you about. And I already know, man, they gonna find out real soon what you about because you're gonna go in there and shine. Now, a question I've been wanting to know because before you was with Cameron Duncan, right?
Yeah.
And obviously they kind of had you sitting on the shelf. Um, what went on with that whole situation, man?
Just a whole bunch of background business issues or whatever. To be real with you, it's not really on him. It's just the opportunities wasn't there opponent wise. So we had a few disagreements as far as business goes. So we had to split. We had to split ways. But Cameron, as you see, I'm 23-0, 20 knockouts. So I'm not gonna knock nothing he did at all. And I'm only 22 years old, and I
Mm-hmm.
took a whole year off, and that's my record. So
Right.
yeah, that's a whole lot of fights. There's a whole lot of wins, and you see how people looking at me already or whatever. And I still haven't had no crazy fight, no crazy exposure, nothing like that. So I feel like um, so far my career has been wonderful.
Yeah, man, definitely. That's a lot of fights. A lot of these dudes now, you know what I'm saying? Even young guys, they only getting fight once or twice a year, if that sometimes. So, you got the fights in. Of course, you're gonna continue to look to build your resume and take tougher and tougher fights. What's your timeline, man, before you like, okay, you know what I'm saying? What do you see your timeline is before you say, okay, I'm ready up here. I'm a top contender.
Be real with you. Of course, I naturally feel that way as is, but boxing is a business, so it really goes off how I fight. Right now they want to fight. They want me to fight 4 times this year, so it depends on how I treat these fights. How I deal with the fight. So that's why I want to get a first round knockout. It's not all about winning; it's about how you win. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I want to get the first round knockout on this one. So they say, then, like I said, it's a very tough opponent from Argentina. So if I knock this dude down in the first round, I'm like, oh snap, this dude the real deal. Let me try to push. Let's push a little bit harder or whatever, and see how far did he real deal want to take it right now as we speak. So then the second fight, then let's say I do the exact same thing with a even tougher opponent. They say, all right, this guy ready. They're gonna just start put the spotlight on him. This is our guy 47, and then boom, we gonna make magic. So everything really depends on me. But of course, like I said, I naturally think I'm ready right now. But that's how a fight is supposed to feel.
Right. Do you feel stronger at 47 than you did at 140 now? You feel like
Uh,
you're getting a lot stronger?
yeah, I've been stronger, but it's not about strength wise or whatever. But actual like power is when I hit somebody. That's a whole nother ball game now. Cause I was knocking guys out in sparring by accident.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think it's a very big difference now.
Okay. Man, I know you said that you was, over there with Boots a few weeks ago. How is it being in that Boots training camp? How's it work out there? Like, how is it?
It's the reason why I keep going up there. Not only did I spar Boots, I spar with J Rock too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's wonderful work up there, and the feeling mindset of just being real mean, and everybody got a chip on their shoulder up there. So I need the energy around me, and I love it up there. So I will be going up there a lot.
Have you thought about like permanently joining they squad and they training camp? Nah,
Nah,
just
nah, I'm Brian Norman from the South Side, man. I'm
yeah.
still PA all day. So like, I mean, they got their own thing going on over there. Congratulations to them, but I'm still repping my city all day.
Now, as far as Boots, like, do you see a different type of? Because I know you didn't been in a lot of camps with a lot of big name fighters, a lot of great fighters. Is there any different type of just do you see anything different with his work ethic? Because I hear a lot about his work ethic. It's crazy. Do you see any difference with him than some of the other top name fighters that you've been in
Um,
camp with?
yeah, the main thing I seen is not really how much he doing. Is about him being locked in the whole time he doing it. Let's say, you're doing 10 rounds on the bag. Let's say you're doing 10 rounds on the bag. Most people, they locked in for a solid 2 to 3 rounds, and after a while, they just throwing punches. You feel me? It's not meaningful punches or whatever. It's just they just going through the motions, getting the rounds in, just getting the rounds over. That's it. While the whole time he is working on something new. He is locked in, still defense, still tight the whole time. So I can say that's the main thing about him.
Yeah.
He stay locked in at all times.
Now, this time when you sparred Boots, was you in shape? I know, because I remember one time you said you went out there, you wasn't really in shape.
Yeah, I was in much better shape this time, and yes, I belong with the best of the best.
Yeah. So y'all basically, I'm not gonna have you get into the details of sparring, but it was some great work back
Yeah,
and forth. Yeah.
it was excellent work, and like I said, I will be back again because I need that. I need that kind of work in my life.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron. Real
Mm.
talk. Man, did you see the fight this weekend? Did you see his fight this weekend?
Yeah, I seen the fight, but he said it at the end. He was rushing it. What I think it was, the people behind him and the crowd was, hype him up too much or whatever. So he came in with attitude, just straight kill, and
Mm.
that's it or whatever. So not necessarily a game plan, if you get what I'm saying. So he said after the fight, he said he need to slow down and actually look at the opponent and see what to do instead of just trying to throw punches and knock him out. So um, things happen. He's still 25 years old. He's still young or whatever. So he learned. He still need those kind of fights to learn. But that was a big learning curve right there. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
a
sure.
lot of people was talking a lot of people was talking a whole bunch of stuff down to him, saying he ain't this and he's a fraud and this. And I'm like, man, these boxing fans is crazy, man. And what I saw, right, personally, what I saw is I remember him saying that he don't look at no film of his opponents. He
Mm-hmm.
just kind of do like Floyd and just go in there and adjust. And I know a lot of young fighters is doing that, but that's a perfect example of why you need to really scout out your opponent and look at film. Because I think that the only problem was, of course, he won every round. You know what I'm saying? But the only problem was, is kind of like you said, he wasn't prepared to fight somebody that was going to move for a full 12 rounds and had no intentions on engaging and winning the fight. Like that dude didn't come to win the fight. He
Yeah.
just came to survive and last all 12 rounds. And he had great footwork. So, when a lot of boxing fans don't realize when you got somebody that's not trying to win, they only coming to survive, right? But they have great footwork like a Rigondeaux. It's a lot harder to catch up to him, but he could have done some things different. I think that he could have, focused on cutting off the ring, focused on going to the body a lot more. But like you said, he was just so anxious to get the knockout. You can understand that his first pay-per-view, he wanted to put on the big showing, so everybody could be, speaking his name. He wanted to come out and give a tremendous knockout. And, but he going to take this as a great learning experience. That's how I felt about the situation.
And the way I feel about it is, first of all, Floyd lying. Floyd be studying them fights. I don't care what nobody say. But I don't know about Boots, but Floyd be studying them fights. But I feel like it is stupid if you don't study your opponent. I feel like that's that's how you set up your camp. That's how you find out what you need to work on. Like this guy, he moved around a lot. I didn't look the dude name up, but maybe his past fight he's doing the exact same thing. You can't change who you are overnight. So I'm pretty
Right.
sure he moved a lot in his past fights or whatever. So if Boots was watching film and said, all right, so this is what I got to work on, cutting off the ring, jabbing a lot more, making him sit still, plain and simple, work the body shots. So like around round 6 or 7, now he's slow, he in my face, and that's his specialty. Boots wants you to sit right there or whatever, because like I said, he always on point right there. He wants you to sit right there. So now he can catch every shot, come back with it or whatever, because he real tight with it. So but that would have been the game plan for me. Actually study the film of my opponent, make him sit down, calm down, and make him come to my world. So, but as far as the fans bashing him, I think it's stupid. Like you just said, the dude didn't even come to win. He didn't come to fight. He just came to show that he got some legs on him, which he definitely do. I will say that boy got some legs. He got some very great footwork, but he didn't come to win. He came to go 12 rounds, get his money, go home.
Right. Now, hey B, you finna be it. So now you know you making your 147 pounds debut, ESPN top rank. You said you trying to get in 4 fights this year, right? They want you to get in 4 fights at least.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, by this time next year, your name gonna be ringing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gonna be talking about you. You know, you get in them 4 fights. I already know you gonna put on. You at 147 pounds.
I'm trying to make my name get big this year. I don't feel like waiting till
Yeah.
next.
Well, I'm saying by this time next year, they gonna be putting you in. You know, talking about you with all the champs. Like, okay, well, we want to see Boots Ennis. We want to see him fight Brian Norman. You know how boxing go.
Yeah.
You know, y'all in the same division. Do you see that happening?
I mean, if you put off on my table, I'm gonna take it or whatever. You know, I don't care about who I fight. As long as it's a tough opponent. Like I will say I don't like easy fights because it gives you nothing to work for. You know, like the whole thing, my goal is bigger than boxing. I love a challenge. Like so for me it's bigger than boxing. I love the challenge of all right, so this dude real tough, he real mentally tough. So to beat this guy, I'm have to be locked in all day long. I have to keep working, keep going, and like it's real painful. But
Mhm.
the fact that after I win, I real deal did all this work and I real deal won. I broke this man mental down. That was the toughest thing in the world. You feel me? So that's my goal. It's bigger than boxing. It's all about the mental.
So, what's your goal in boxing? Like, what is your ultimate goal in boxing? Like, what you want to do in boxing?
My goal in boxing is I can't say the big one because it sounds stupid, but for the most part, just be mentioned with the greats and you know when folks be like, I wonder who'll win, Floyd Mayweather or Brian Norman, who'll win, Sugar Ray versus Brian Norman. I don't care who you say win. The fact that you even said that's a great accomplishment for me.
So, how far you see yourself going up in weight? Like, you want to be, I
That,
want to
that,
be a champion at 147, 154, 160. Like, how far you see yourself going up in weight?
So like that's why I said I didn't want to say my big goal because it'll sound stupid. So naturally, I think I'm a max out at 60, a possible 68. But I wanted to match Manny Pacquiao record of the 8 different weight classes. So that means I got to go all the way up to heavyweight. But I don't know if I can make 140 no more. But I can still do seven different weight classes. It sounds stupid, but we gonna see how it play out.
Shit, you seeing what Roy did, hey, so it ain't nothing impossible. Real talk. It
That's
ain't
how.
nothing.
Why if they could do it, why can't I?
Right, man. And that's the mindset that you got. That's what's gonna take you there. You know what I'm saying? That mindset. And I heard you say you don't want no easy competition.
Yeah.
You want all of your competition to challenge you in some type of way.
Mhm.
Now, with that being said, did you watch the last fight that Terence Crawford had with David what's his name? Yeah,
Asia. Yeah.
yeah.
No, I did not. I knew Crawford was gonna wipe him out. So, be real with you, I don't really watch a lot of boxing. I
Mhm.
really, the only reason why I watched the fights this weekend was because you got Boots and Rashidi Ellis on the card, which is my weight class. So, I said, all right, let me just watch this, and they up and coming, so they might be future opponents in the future. But also, I support my boy Boots. But Bud is not really a guy I would watch because I'm not gonna ever fight him. We all know that. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how you feel about him taking an opponent like that?
It was for different reasons. His was more so for money. He
Yeah,
literally said it out loud. So I mean, get your money, player. Do your thing.
yeah.
And then
Uh,
even like I said, my goal is to be challenged every time. That don't mean everybody else got to live by those rules. I'm not trying to enforce my mindset on everybody else. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. Go ahead.
yeah. I hear a lot of fighters nowadays say they don't watch a lot of boxing. Did you grow up a boxing fan?
Yeah, I grew up a boxing fan, so I used to watch a whole lot of boxing and stuff like that. And then after a while, I started watching a whole bunch of old school fights. Like then I tried to start watching new fights again. Matter of fact, it happened when Floyd Mayweather retired. After he retired, I didn't have that exciting feeling no more of oh snap, I gotta watch this. I could like when you waiting all week long. Matter of fact, they promote a fight for I think 2 or 3 months or whatever. And then when Floyd used to fight, he fought Victor Ortiz. The build up to that fight, Victor Ortiz trash. But the build up to that fight, the fact that Floyd fight, I'm like, oh snap, Floyd fight. You feel me? I don't have that feeling no more with these new fighters out here. But if you go back to the old fights, Terry Norris or whatever, every last one of his fights could be a fight of the year worthy fight right now. So it's the action. Like, I don't see enough action to excite me enough to get up out of there and actually watch fights or whatever. Like Spence or whatever, he is one of those guys because he bring a whole lot of action. Even if you don't want action, he gonna bring it to you. So I don't really see a lot of guys who really excite me entertainment wise. Like if I do watch a fight now, of course I'll try to. It'll be more so of a mental thing, just actually looking at the fight mentally. But boxing fan wise, they don't really catch my attention no more.
I mean, I agree with that. I'm still a huge boxing fan, but you right on point. Now, what you gonna do to change that yourself? Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna bring to the table?
Once again, it's the reason why I want tough fights is because boxing is entertainment. So, it's not all about just winning. Like my boy Rigadillo, I love that dude. He a very great fighter, but I can't watch not one round of his fights because it's boring.
I fell asleep through a lot of his fights.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I watch a highlight tape. That's about it. But not a real fight, I'm not gonna do it because it's boring. It is what it is. So my whole game plan is to simply go out here and give the fans what they want to see. They want to see action. They want to see somebody get knocked out. They want to see somebody get hurt. They want to see somebody mental get drained, like just straight get wiped out. It's the reason why they love Arturo Gatti versus Ward. You feel me? That wasn't a skillful fight. It was just a straight war. You feel me? So that's what I want. But at the same time, I ain't finna get beat up myself. So I'm finna make sure my hands tight and my head moving. So I'm finna give you action while I'm still moving. So yeah, that's my game plan.
And that's what you just said is I think that's why Tank is so big. Did you watch Tank last fight? Didn't you? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched that fight too. Yeah, I watched all of them.
Okay. What did you think about Gervonta Davis last fight?
I think it was a good fight. I can say the dude Hector Garcia. His name Hector.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So the dude Garcia, whatever him. I can't say he surprised me though. I thought it was gonna be 6 rounds max, and he's gonna get wiped out in the early rounds or whatever. Cause he came from I think 130. He was moving up and all the other kind of stuff. So I thought he was just gonna get wiped out, but now he actually gave a very tough fight, a very good fight, very thoughtful fight. Like he had Tank thinking in the early rounds or whatever. But the boy hit like a brick, so he I don't know how, but he made him go blind. I never heard of it before, but it's something in them gloves.
Yeah, man. I kept telling people though, because people were like, "Oh man, this dude's a bum. He Tank gonna walk through him. He's a tuna." I kept telling people this ain't no tuna because I know Hector Garcia. Like I followed him, so I said he can fight. Yeah. And I kept telling people I think that he gonna be Gervonta Davis's toughest fight. Now I did have Tank. I picked Tank to knock him out in 7, right? Yeah. But I felt that it was going to be a tough fight all the way up until the end, and that's pretty much what it was. But like you said, Tank got that equalizer, and the reason that people want to watch him is because the same thing that you said you want to bring to the table is the excitement. People don't want to see, and like I said, nothing towards Rigondeaux or even the Karen. That I'm gonna use Karen, that dude that Boots fought.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that for 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I started getting my phone a whole bunch. I just stopped watching the fight after a certain point because I seen what it was going to be. So I said, all right, yeah, he just finna keep moving around the whole time. So yeah, it don't really matter. Yeah,
boxing is an art, but it's also about entertaining the fans too. Now, right? Because you say you follow the old school boxing. That's my era. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Holyfield, and all of that, right? And it's crazy you said that because I'll go back and I'll watch a lot of the old fights and show my lady the old fights.
Yeah.
And you be like, why ain't boxing like this now? Like, why these guys, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? What happened? How come it ain't the same now? And a lot of, I don't know, man, a lot of these fighters, right, nowadays, I think all they see is money. And they trying to get to the money before they do everything else they got to do to really, be great in boxing. They just straight to the money. That's all they see.
It's a few things to it. It's like what you just said, right? Even the money, like and people be scared to take fights because of money situations. Like Floyd versus De La Hoya, you feel me? He took a B-side fight, or Floyd don't like B-side fight. He took a B-side fight deal. He did everything Oscar wanted him to do, or whatever, to make him the new money man, or whatever. So if you want the money, take those risks. But not only that, or whatever, you got to get, if you want the money, act like it, fight like it, like act like you real deal fighting for your life. Like two people miserable up here, they try to think, sit back and marinate and just look at the fight, what's going on, and most people just think about winning. Like I said, once again, it's bigger than just winning. It's a whole bunch of past champions or even current champions that we don't know or even know to care about simply because they born, plain and simple. So it's bigger than just being a champion and everything like that. It's also about bringing entertainment to the boxing world because that's what the fans want to see. You feel me? So you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Now, another thing fans want to see is they want to see, fighters talk that shit. They want to see fighters, you know what I'm saying, that you got to have that charisma. And that's one thing that Adrian Broner had more than anything, right?
Yeah.
He did things to make fans want to see him. You know what I'm saying? You want to see what Adrian Broner was going to say, what was going to do at a press conference. You want to see what he was going to say after he got a win. It's boxing is a lot different now, but I think a lot of fighters, a lot of young fighters, the blueprint has been laid out, right? Of course, you got to know how to fight before anything, because you can talk all you want to, you know what I'm saying, like a Blair Cobb or whatever, but then if you can't back it up in the ring, then it don't really mean nothing. But if you got the talent to back it up, I see a lot of fighters that got the talent to back it up in the ring, I'm not gonna name no names, but I see a lot of them. But then that's it. They don't want to talk. They don't want to, they don't want to do nothing else that comes with it.
A matter of fact, a big person right now. He just started changing over since his last fight, but Terence Crawford, a very great fighter, but he never talked. You feel me? So people care about him because you see how he doing these fighters inside the ring or whatever. And when he do talk, it's something vicious or whatever. But if he don't talk enough or whatever. But you seen with this fight, he started trying to get out there more or whatever. I mean, good for him, but I think he's 35 years old. He probably got like 2 or 3 more fights left in him. He gonna collect these last few paychecks, but I feel like he could have had a whole lot more money if he would did it earlier.
Yeah. So what I'm getting at, right, is you got the talent. If we gonna see you, out there, you gonna get on the mic and talk and do, all the extra stuff you got to do to, really build yourself into a superstar.
Most definitely. That's my goal. Also, like Floyd, matter of fact, I can go back even before Floyd. Floyd just emphasized it for me because I grew up in that era. But Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray, all of that. But Floyd, he is the one who laid the groundwork for me of how to do it. Like you said, once again, know how to fight. But also, it's even bigger than fight. It's all about the intro when you're coming in. All the uniform you're wearing it's bigger than that. Then, like you said, talking your stuff. Now, I'm not gonna talk right now or whatever because I don't feel like I deserve that right just yet. You feel me? But when I feel like I deserve that right to talk, that's when, all right, now it's time to get out there, speak your voice a little bit more, and get up out there and do your thing. So that's the only reason why I don't talk like that now. To myself, yes, I talk crazy all the time or whatever. I feel like I can kill everybody, and I want to say it, but like I said, I don't feel like I deserve that right to speak just yet.
Yeah, I know, and rest in peace to my brother Batman. That was one of Gary Russell Jr. brother, but we were real tight, right? And he was training his son to come up, and he always used to tell me, Keith, I'm training my son. I'm already teaching him how to talk shit. I'm teaching him all of that, like, because it's different now. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You got to know how to promote yourself because these promoters, they ain't really promoting you like that,
They just get you to fights. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And before, promoters was really promoting fighters back in the 80s and the 90s and stuff. Like the promoters was doing it. We ain't had no social media.
But now, at the same time, you got to give them something to promote. Like, if you can't promote a robot, if the robot's just there, like, the robot and every fighter, whatever you're doing his thing or whatever, it's so many 30-second promo videos you could do. You go have him hit the bag every time. You go have him just doing sprints every time. You feel me? So once again, you gotta get that talk or whatever too. Like you said, Adrian Broner or whatever. He my dude. I still want to see this man win. I still want something to happen. I don't think it is gonna happen, but I still want something to happen or whatever. But we still wait to see what this man gonna say next because he got a whole lot to say. I took his money, I took his belt and his girl. You feel me? Like who
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
you feel me? So I am the can man, anybody can get it, you know, all that kind of stuff or whatever. So it's only so many promo ideas they could do. You feel me? So they gonna keep running the same thing back and back. You feel me? So get out there and start talking some more. You feel me? You ain't gotta wait on them. Do your own thing.
Yeah, man, because with AB, right? It's like he gave us things to remember, even though a lot of the stuff wasn't in the ring, but he gave us stuff to remember that we're gonna be talking about 20 years from now, right?
Yeah,
He gave us something to remember, and that's what fighters got to understand. Like, look at all the antics and shit that Mike Tyson used to do.
yeah.
That was promoting him. It promoted him. You know what I'm saying? Floyd, he did a lot of stuff outside of the ring,
To me,
promoting himself.
Floyd is the perfect boxer. The reason why I say that is the reason why I didn't say fighter. Well, he is pretty much a perfect fighter too, but it's the reason why I say the perfect boxer because once again, boxing is entertainment. The boy was steady in the gym. When he come to fight or whatever, I don't know why people try to say now it's not entertaining. Even back then, that thing was entertaining. He'll make you think and be a fan of boxing at the same time. Like, I still watch his fights all the time. So inside the ring, he gonna still be entertaining, gonna make you miss, make you pay, or everything like that. And then he gonna talk crazy, do everything he gotta do. He got the best promos. Like, I feel like Floyd Mayweather, people better put some respect on that man's name. You feel me? He by any means necessary, he finna do everything. Promotion wise, entertainment wise, fighting wise, training wise, he finna do it all. You feel me? So I feel like he laid the blueprint of what to be as a boxer. Not as a fight, well, as a fighter too, but as a boxer, that is the blueprint right there.
Yeah, Floyd, Roy Jones was another one. Like, people don't understand. Roy Jones wasn't a fighter that just could fight.
Exactly.
He was gonna promote himself. He gonna talk that shit.
Yeah.
Every time Roy Jones got a mic in his face, he was talking. That cash money.
Yeah.
Hey.
Out of a fact, the only reason why Roy Jones not even as big as Floyd is simply because he didn't have the opposition. It wasn't nobody in the weight class at the time or whatever. But them, matter of fact, you're right. Them two both are the blueprint right there. Entertainment wise, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got inside the ring, I got to get that Roy Jones. But yeah, outside the ring, Floyd still got him beat. But the only reason why he not as big as Floyd or whatever is simply because he didn't have the opposition. So you're right on Roy Jones too. Him and Mike Tyson, my two favorite fighters.
Yeah, man. So I'm glad, man, that you understand that, because, like I said, it killed me when I be seeing young fighters that got all the talent in the world, but then they'll tell you stuff like, okay, if I do this interview, I don't want to talk about boxing.
Yeah.
What you want to talk about then? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to promote yourself. And it's a lot of fighters that's like that. They like they still think that they don't need to do that. Well, I just need to go out there and fight. You got to do more than that now. Mm-hmm. Man, let me see if I missed any questions and stuff. Hold on.
Real quick, I'm glad you even brought this up or whatever, because I might have to speak on that one day. I'm a student of the game in general. Like, I study a lot of different things. I talk about this boxing wise and outside of boxing. Marketing is everything. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So like, let me try to give me a good old school fighter that people don't care. Ron Lyle or whatever. A very great fighter. He brought a whole lot of entertainment, but only thing he was missing was just that last little bit of edge of actually winning or whatever. Ron Lyle versus George Foreman. Ron Lyle versus, I think he fought Ernie Shavers too. But you feel me? So boom. And then if I can go very, very recent, my boy Sean Porter, he brought very entertaining fights. But you see, he was always smiling and cheesing. What you smiling and cheesing for? You supposed to be mad at the world, or well, with his fights, you supposed to be mad at the world, talking crazy, everything like that. Stop smiling all the time. Go out there and kill somebody. You feel me? So,
right.
I'm a student of the game, not just the boxing game, marketing in general. So, if you want to got to be outspoken, people don't care about another regular person or whatever. Just because you can fight, congratulations. But we actually want to see something out of the ordinary. You feel me? So that's the main thing. Matter of fact, look at or whatever. He a star, but he not a superstar because he chose it though.
Who's that? Who you said?
Errol Spence.
Yeah.
And inside the ring, he's a very entertaining fighter. Matter of fact, it made him a star or whatever. Well, actually, personally, I think it made him a superstar, but not a mega star, not a world star. The reason why is because he don't talk that much, but his style it's so entertaining that you want to see it so bad. But I feel like he would have talked more. He would have been another one of those mentioned with Floyd Mayweather as like I said, the perfect blueprint of what to be as a boxer. But like you said, it's bigger than just fighting. Once again, Blair Cobb's the dude trash, but he spoke his way up here. You feel me? So Rolly Romero, trash. But he spoke his way to a tank fight. Now that boy is paid. You feel me? So if you like once again back to if you want some money, act like you want some money. Talk like you want some money. You feel me? Train like you want some money. Do everything you gotta do. This is more than just stepping in that ring for those 12 rounds, I guess, and then getting back out. It's bigger than that. It's a show, it's entertainment, it's showbiz. Do what you gotta do to get to the top, money wise, entertainment wise, fighting wise, all of that.
Yeah, man. It's crazy that you brought up Errol Spence, right? One of my favorite fighters, by far one of my favorite fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling Money Brown, I was having a personal conversation with Money, and I said, Money, Errol Spence is big, right? He's a star. I said, but he will be a household name. He will be a super duper star, you know what I'm saying, selling 1 million pay-per-views if he talked more. Because you never hardly hear him talk. It's only once in a blue moon when you hear him talk. But when you do hear him talk, everybody want to know what he got to say. Everybody focused on him, right?
Yeah.
If he talked more and showed more of his personality, like on a consistent basis, because remember, when Floyd was coming up, you seen Floyd all of the time.
Yeah.
Floyd was always in the camera. He made himself like, it's kind of like when people don't see you for a long time, then they start drifting off and kind of forgetting about you.
Keith Thurman.
Yeah, Floyd, he made sure he stayed in that camera and had people talking about him constantly.
Matter of fact, he's still in the camera right now. He retired, so there you go.
Right. Now, speaking of Keith Thurman, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the big news.
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
Okay. How you feel about them fighting at 154 pounds?
I'm not surprised by the weight class because Spence said he was really forcing himself to make the weight. He said if he fight at 47 again, it's only for Terence Crawford. So I ain't really mad about the weight class, anything like that. I actually think he gonna look even better in this fight because of he ain't got to cut as much weight. But I feel like Keith Thurman is the perfect opponent for Spence to show out with because he don't like biting shots at all. So yeah, I feel like this right here is the perfect fight for Spence to do what he got to do, another showbiz fight, and then people try to say Keith Thurman is a what they say, tune-up fight. No, he ain't. That boy he only got one loss and the boy's still bad. We just forgot about him because once again he don't be in front of the cameras. That's it.
Yep. And at one point Keith Thurman was in front of the cameras all the time.
Yeah, he used to want to be in the cameras, but now I guess he's a spiritual dude, but hey, do your thing, player.
Yeah, man. As far as how I feel about that fight, man, I was telling people, I think we might get a better fight at 154 with Keith Thurman and Errol Spence than we will at 147 now, because we already heard Errol Spence, like you said, he's been forcing himself to make the weight for quite some time now. Keith Thurman ain't small. You know what I'm saying? We seen Keith Thurman. He be blowing up in weight. Yeah, he's not in shape.
200, I think.
Yeah, Keith Thurman get big. So now they're gonna go in there with that extra 7 pounds, right? And I think that we're gonna get the best of both of them. We're gonna get, because you're a fighter. Let everybody know, you know what I'm saying? Like, say if you had to make 140 pounds right now, how much would that take out of you?
Oh, that's gonna take a whole lot of me. I would not be doing this interview right now. I tell you that. I'm mad at the whole world. I want to fight everybody because I can't eat nothing for 7 days straight, all that kind of stuff. So it's not a good thing. Then just because you made weight don't mean you good. You feel me? So it's all about the rehydration process. You only got 1 day to get yourself back to 100%. You feel me? So it's not a good thing. Then like in training camp, you're not necessarily training for the fight. You training to make weight. Like my boy James Toney, another one of my favorite fighters. For the Roy Jones fight, he was in 200. He was 200. I think he was around 200 pounds before he went into camp. So the whole training camp wasn't even focused on how to beat Roy Jones. It was more focused on, all right, let's lose this weight. Let's do what we got to do. And then, okay, of course, he made weight or whatever, but he still wasn't him because he was so drained from trying to lose all that weight so quick. So it's bigger than just making weight. You feel me? So, and then even when people say weight bully and stuff like that, I don't believe in weight bullies because of what I just said. Just because you make the weight, it don't mean you are you. You are drained. You can't just drink a bottle of water. Now you back to your old self. It's not that easy. You feel me? Your body gotta get all the things it needs to get right for real.
I tell people that all the time. I tell people stop with this weight bully stuff, right? Because if you that big and it's hard for you to make weight, you actually you hurting yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even more trying to make the weight when you
Yeah,
get in the ring.
yeah.
Ain't no such thing as no weight bully.
Matter of fact, in Florida, the Valles brothers is one of them that fight at 126. He walk around bigger than me, and then the other brother, I think he fight at 147, and he was at like 200 pounds when I went and seen him. And if you look at them, I'm talking about they still cut up everything like that or whatever. And I said, dang, when y'all fight again? Oh, next month. So y'all gotta lose all this weight, like let's say like 40 or 50 pounds in 1 month or whatever. But I mean, they body built for that or whatever, because they said they've been doing that their whole career. But once again, if they can make weight, they ain't no weight bully. You feel me? They doing their thing.
Man, I heard Mike Tyson say that he used to balloon up to 285 pounds, right?
Dang.
And then go to training camp and get all the way down to 220, 225. He
I,
said he
I,
used to get.
that's
And,
something I did. I studied Mike Tyson. That's something I did not know.
yeah, man, I never knew it. I never knew it. And I listened to an interview he did. It was a few years ago. It was the same interview. Oh man, I forgot what interview it was, but yeah, and I was like, what? I never knew that he blew up that much. And then I went back and I started looking at some pictures, right, with him out and about, and I'm like, damn, he was like 280. Because Mike he built different. He built like real thick and compact.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. And this is like, and I'm not talking about late in his career. I'm talking about like this is, during his, prime years and stuff. He
It was
said
too.
yeah, back then,
Dang.
back 89, 90,
Yeah.
around that time. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, even regarding that, once again, this goes back to Floyd being the perfect boxer or whatever. Because even outside the training camp or whatever, he was probably like 5 pounds max overweight of the fight weight, and I feel like that's a plus simply because Timothy Bradley said in one of his interviews, he said cutting all the weight, it ain't fun. It hurt. You feel me? Like it really did hurt you. Like once again, you can't focus on the fight. You focus on weight. So it hurts to even lose all that weight. And we already let's say 5 pounds over. To me, the max is 15. But let's say you're 5 pounds overweight or whatever, your bones, all that, your muscles, it still feel good. You can still operate. You're still very efficient with what you're doing. And if you want to make weight, go for a quick 3 mile run. Boom, now you're on weight. You feel me? But you can actually really work on what you want to work on so efficiently and be smooth with it. You feel me? Then like when the night of the fight come, like I said, you just take one big dump in the bathroom. You on weight. You feel me? So you have, as far as the rehydration process, you pretty much cool as is. So you get your little everything back in you and you good to go. So once again, let's go back to Floyd being the perfect boxer because he just disciplined. Everything is on point at all times. I'm pretty sure you heard it plenty of times. You'll never see Floyd not in shape, even in the boxing gym. He always in shape year round.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people all the time, and y'all get the likes up. Y'all get the likes up. Hit the like button. The like button is free. It don't cost nothing. We got over 200 some people in the building. Get the likes up. We got Brian Norman Jr., the next big thing at Top Rank. He will be making his debut this Saturday night on ESPN. So make sure that y'all tune in and get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? He dropping some gems on y'all. I always used to tell people, right, that Floyd, man, he could have stayed at 140 pounds easy.
Yes.
Floyd was walking around, within 2 pounds of his fighting weight all the time. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he'll walk around under his fight weight.
Yeah.
And so he could have, if he wanted to continue to cut weight, he didn't have a lot of weight to cut at all. He could have stayed at 140 and just dominated it because them dudes at 147 was way bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? They walked around way bigger than him all the time. So, I mean, yeah, man, that show you how great Floyd was. That man was actually fighting at his walk around weight.
But the reason why he did it 47 is because the boy's smart. You feel me? wasn't nobody at 140 for real, name wise like that. 47, that's where all the future Hall of Famers was at the time. You feel me? So he said, boom, I every last one on put together. So I got this. You feel me? I got the skills behind me. I got the talent behind me. I got the work ethic behind me. These boys ain't finna get me. And then not only is talking crazy good for entertainment wise, it's also good for getting in your opponent head. All they big showbiz stuff or whatever. Like people say, oh snap, this real. Like how they say the brights are too light for him or whatever. Floyd emphasized that to the max. You feel me? People mostly think of it for entertainment wise, but also implement it as the opponent. Like you got to fight this dude. Like you got the crowd going crazy for this man. You in his hometown. You feel me? You got all these lights and all this kind of stuff going on, fireworks. One time he brought out a whole circus for him and stuff like that. So, he getting in your mental. So everything about it, like you said, how these guys walk around real fat all the time or whatever, while he cool. So once again, they gonna lose weight. They gonna try to rehydrate. Now they ain't got no legs. Once again, he be running 6 miles minimum or whatever every day. So he got legs. I think for the Madonna fight, I think it was that fight. I know it was sometime when Floyd was old. He came in. You know how they win you at the night of the fight. He came in the exact same 147, the exact same weight, 147. So the boy cool. He could have made 140 and wiped them boys out instead of, I think he got 27 knockouts. He could have had a whole 40 knockouts.
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah, he could have had 40 knockouts probably. Simply because they too small.
My man Money Brown TV in the building. What's happening with it, my brother? He say, shout out my brother Keon and thank you, B Norman, for being the people's champ. We will push for you until the end, champ. He says, what's your goal for this year that you want to accomplish to put your name on the map?
I want one of those guys, that could really get my name out there. Like, I know for Boots to get his name out there, he fought Lipinets. I can't really think of a guy who is, like a Lipinets, who can get my name out there. But whoever they throw at me, I'm ready for it. I would say Chris Algieri, but he all the way out the door. So just give me anything. You feel me? Like, or if you just want to straight throw me the deep end, hey, I learned how to swim. Let's do it.
You know who I see you whooping, and I would love to see the fight, and I know you're whooping right now. What's the Connor Ben, the one that was just got caught on them roids?
I haven't watched one of his fights before, so I can't really say nothing about his fight style. But either way I go, I will study the tape, and you put a challenge in my face, and I'm stopping him. I'm not beating him. I'm stopping him. You feel me? So that's my whole goal. And if he fighting me, he better be juiced up because that's his only way to win.
Yeah, man. How you feel about all these fighters? Being juiced up and your personal experience, like growing up in the boxing gyms. Have you seen a lot of that?
Personally, I haven't seen that one fighter juiced up or whatever. I can't say, but I just hear stories about it. But at the same time, they could have been juiced up. I don't know, but cause of course you ain't finna tell the world. You keep it to yourself.
Right.
But I personally haven't seen or known somebody who been juiced up before. But why do they do it? Because they not built like everybody. They not built strong enough mentally or whatever. They got to cheat their way to the top. So to me they soft. You feel me? So I don't like I said with kind of being. You bet I don't care if you juiced up or not. I'm gonna stop you simply because you think that juice is your power. No, your mental is your power. So since you ain't got a strong mental, I'm finna test your mental. I'm finna kill you. I'm finna let you know. I don't care what you put inside your system or anything. You could put it right before every round. You finna die like this. You signed up for the wrong mission. You feel me? So you finna look good for 3 rounds or whatever because you juiced up or whatever. After that, you dead because I got you. You feel me? It's bigger than just the physical. It's all about up here too. You feel me? So I'm gonna attack that man mental and I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, that's real talk. How like you in the gym, right? Okay, say you about to fight this Saturday, right? How soon you gonna be back in the gym?
Now the smart thing to do would be, take probably a week or two off or whatever. But I feel real good for this fight. So and then I wanted to go like 1 round or whatever. Let's say it go to whole 8. Okay, cool. That's gonna be a whole 8 of sparring. It's like sparring or whatever. Just because you spar don't mean you gotta take a whole week off. So I might be right back in the gym Monday, So that's just because I'm fighting for something bigger than just for this fight. Like I'm looking, this is a very big opportunity for me. Signing with Top Rank, So I wanna expand on this opportunity as much as possible. So to me, it's the no days off kind of thing. Like I was thinking about my fighting Saturday, Sunday when I get back, I was already thinking we got a mountain up here called Stone Mountain. I was already thinking about running Stone Mountain again. So but like I said, that's just me though. The smart thing we do would be take like a week or two off or whatever. So yeah.
Next time I go out there, like I said, I got an Airbnb. We got an Airbnb out there, so I'm gonna have to pull up on you next time. I have to pull up on you at the gym. Yeah, right there, downtown. I'm downtown Atlanta when I go out there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Man, and the reason I asked is because you see, you got Boots, for example. He was like, we right back in the gym on Monday, right? He a gym rat. You see other fighters, they don't train unless they get a call for training camp.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they get fat and out of shape, and
it's the reason why we don't remember their name.
Right. And Tank Davis, he used to do that. I remember back. He on a different level now. Like Tank, that's what I love about Tank now, because you can see he focused now. You know what I'm saying? He's not on the same stuff that he was on before. But some years back, I remember hearing an interview. He was like, I don't do a push-up, I don't do a sit-up or nothing until I got, until I know I got a fight coming up and I got to go to training camp. Mm-hmm. And we saw that he used to get real big. Now we don't see that no more. But I don't like when I see that out of fighters. You know what I'm saying? Especially young fighters, man.
I salute Tank because I picked that also. I think it's like for the past 2 years, I think, or probably even more than that, 2 to 3 years or whatever, I've seen it. I really haven't seen him get big no more. Like what you just said, how he used to walk around with the pot belly and all that kind of stuff or whatever. Now, the thing is, he's not necessarily a ripped guy or whatever, so he ain't got to walk around ripped or nothing like that. But as far as the pot belly and all that, no, you can't be doing that. But as you've seen in the past few years, he greatly improved on as far as that goes. And my whole thing as far as taking time off is if you're training hard every single last day or whatever, and you let's say you have a fight, is who you are. So you're not necessarily too hurt to get back in the gym. It's just another day, plain and simple. 12 rounds or whatever. You was just doing 15 rounds in the gym. You trying to tell me you can't do 12 rounds of a real fight, and now you so depleted. You need time off and everything like that. You all right? Go drink a bottle of water, get back in the gym. You all right?
Are you a fighter that enjoy being in the gym, like you a gym rat, or you kind of like, damn, I just got to do it because it's my job?
No. Like I said, my mission is bigger than boxing or whatever. Mine is a personal mission of is like I said, mental toughness or whatever. Like that's the reason why I love boxing so much. I love the fact that, like I said earlier, you got all these the top fighters are the ones who are the most mentally tough. It's the fact that I can break these fighters down mentally and just wipe them out. You feel me? So look at, matter of fact, I know it's a movie, Rocky versus Apollo Creed. You feel me? So that last round, he kept getting dropped. He kept getting back up. It was the look on his face, Apollo face, like, this man won't stop. You feel me? So I love that defeated look of, man, this man different. You feel me? So then after that, you see their bodies start to crumble. They start getting folded up in the ropes or whatever. And you could tap them, they fall to the ground or whatever. It's the fact that I brought a whole man, probably a man who got kids or whatever, to go back home to and all that kind of stuff, who trained hard for this fight, and I can break them. You feel me? So that's my mission. That's my goal. That's why I love the gym so much. You feel me? And like, I feel like if I outwork everybody, I can walk through anything.
Man, that's the perfect mindset to have. Now we spoke about the Tank Davis fight that happened this weekend, and dude was talking about, like, basically he ain't never been hit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't know what hit him. He ain't know where he was and all of that. Now, you sparred Gervonta Davis. You sparred him. How was the power? Of course, y'all probably had 16-ounce gloves on, so it's gonna be different. But
I say it all the time. I'm not really a good judgment of power because to me, I judge it as, am I dead? No. All right, let's keep going. So I'm not really a good judgment of power. To me, nobody hit hard at all. I can think of one person that hit hard, which is my daddy. We sparred one last time when I was probably like 14 to 15 years old. He was trying to kill me in that corner. You know exactly what we're talking about. But besides that, I thought I was gonna die. But besides that, I can't necessarily say anybody hit hard. You feel me? I feel like if I'm still alive, I'm all right. You know, pain is subjective. It's all in your head, necessarily
Right,
speaking.
right.
Feel me? Like, um, let's say I catch you with a good body shot right now. What method? Forget all that. 100 push-ups straight or whatever. It's gonna hurt or whatever. But guess what?
Mhm.
Just give it a little time after a while. It don't hurt no more. You feel me? So I feel like pain is all right. Ain't really nothing. I can fight through it.
Yeah, that real warrior mentality. That's real talk, man. I like that. I like that. Because and the reason I'm asking you some of these questions, because you gonna blow up and you gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see where your mindset is when we come back, you know, a couple years later, once you on top of the game. You know, because a lot of fighters, they have that mindset, but then you see it yourself. Once they start getting that bag, everything changed. I think he cut out. I think he probably got a phone call, y'all. My man KG says, I love hearing B Norman mental. He's trying to go out there and break these dudes' will and spirit. That's that old school mentality. Love to see that. Yep. He said, keep going, champ.
My bad. I had broke out real quick. What was you saying though?
Yeah. No, I'm saying some of these questions I'm asking you, right? Because a couple years from now, when you blow up, when you on top of the boxing, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna ask you the same questions and see if you still got. Because a lot of these fighters, they change. They'll get a little bag, and then their whole mentality is different. You know, they get some money, then it's like, oh well, you know, who has he fought in? What? Who does he just like? You know what I'm talking about.
Wait,
It's all about.
I can't say this while I'm still young and I still haven't been blown up in boxing. I can't say that what you just said, who has he fought or whatever. Now let's see if it makes sense. So let me put myself in Spence shoes versus Boots. Why would I fight Boots? You feel me? Once again, I don't get nothing from fighting Boots. You feel me? So he did his thing at a certain level, but you seen with the fight this past weekend, he got a lot to work on still or whatever. So he don't got nothing, he don't got a belt behind him. He don't got no names behind him. He got nothing behind him besides what could be. Now, if it's a what could be, and I'm at the top of the world, I'm not gonna fight that guy. But let's say Spence versus Bud. He got name behind him. He got at least he got a belt behind him. You feel me? So he got different things or whatever behind him. You feel me? So now that's why let me say this while I'm still young. I will still think from a business mindset of what do I get out of fighting this guy? You feel me? So I still think like that also.
Yeah, and I get exactly what you're saying. But to answer the Boost question, right? So say if Errol Spence was staying at 147 pounds, right? He couldn't get a Terence Crawford fight. Now you got Boots, right? Well, he built his way up, right? He built his way up to that number one contender spot, right?
Yeah.
So it's like give him a chance because you was in that position at one time, and them same guys that was on top, they ain't want to see you. They wouldn't give you no chance. They had to be forced to give you a chance. So sometimes I see it that way also, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's very understandable. I can't knock that at all. But let's say if Spence was staying, cause you know, he's trying to move up to 54. Let's say if Spence was staying at 147 or whatever, then yes, I would say if I was in his shoes, I'd take Boots because you know he's supposed to be the next big thing. You know, people looking at him like he is that dude or whatever. Soon as me and Bud leave, so yes, I would take that fight. So on that end, you are very correct.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, man.
and say this: if I was in Bud's shoes, I would try to fight instead of the David dude. I would have fought Boots.
Yeah, like wow. I mean, I understand why you fighting that guy, but
Mm.
yeah, nah, that wouldn't to me. I'm keeping it 100. That wasn't it for me. Like, come on, man, you could have did a lot better than that. Especially you go from pulling out a Errol Spence fight
Yeah,
to a David. I've been sneezing. Hey, come on,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
like that. Hey, we come on, man. You see what Errol Spence is doing? He fighting Keith Thurman. People
yeah,
can say what they want, but Keith Thurman ain't no tuna.
yeah.
Keith Thurman only
People make me mad about that. Keith Thurman is a savage. Also, like people, just 'cause he lost to Manny Pacquiao or like that, people just try to sideline the dude like he ain't nothing. That's a legend over there. All right, I know he a little older and everything like that, but that's still a legend right there. You feel me? And that's just one loss. You feel me? Don't forget all the other stuff that Keith Thurman done did. Now, don't forget all of that. So, yeah,
right.
folks really be sleeping on these folks or whatever. Like Matter of fact, you step in the ring and go do it. Then if it's so easy or whatever, you get your little 6 week, matter of fact, 10 week cap if you need it or whatever. You go out there and do the same thing he did. So if it's so
Right.
easy like that, you get out of the couch, go ahead and do it.
I had a question that somebody had asked. I know the answer to the question already because we talked about it before, but I forgot to ask you because he asked before you got in the building, and he wants to know, since you've been in the ring with Boots and Terence Crawford, right? Who's the better work? Like it's just off of raw everything. Like who is better? Like from your experience.
Y'all really trying to make me pick a side of who'll win the fight, personally speaking. Like, I feel like that's what y'all trying to make me do. But I can't even determine that because with the Bud sparring, it was just for 3 quick rounds or whatever in 4 minutes. So I haven't had a chance to really digest his style. And, we see how Bud fight. He not a beginning fighter. Like he don't start off strong or anything like that. He started killing you later on in the fight. So I can't judge that at all.
Okay. Who? I mean, what was the better work in sparring?
You know how people say, he's still trying to get your style down or whatever. So I feel like that's what Bud was doing. So, me and him was just, for the most part, we're just going through the motions. So, Bud, I mean, not Bud, Boots, me and him still young or whatever. So we both trying to prove a point. So, of course, I have to say that's better work. But, Bud, he was just in there, just trying to fill me out, whatever. He just try to get some rounds in. He was in the city for his boy Shakur Stevens versus Jamel Herring or whatever. So he just came in for a few rounds.
Yeah, right. Now, man, so once again, that you're making your debut this weekend, ESPN Top Rank at 147 pounds for those who wasn't in the building, and like I said, hit the like button, smash on the like button. Once again, right? Now, you at 147. They want you to fight 4 times this year. What opponents do you have your eyes on in the division?
Like I said, I'm not really in the place to, really be calling out guys or whatever. Like I know, I'm not a retarded person just yet, but I can't really be out here just calling people out. Okay, I haven't established myself in boxing or whatever. But whoever at the top of my division, that's exactly who I want. I gotta cross out Spence and Bud because that they finna be leaving in a minute. But whoever at the top, that's exactly who I want. I don't care if it's from a whole different network, promotion team, or whatever. I'm gonna do whatever we gotta do to make the fight happen when the time arises.
You got your eyes on any opponents on the top ranked roster? For let's say your next 2-3 fights.
Like I said before, I really don't know who on the top ranked roster like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, so I can't even say, especially at 47. Because I know when I signed the deal, folks' main thing was the Terence Crawford effect. Of course, I'm a great fighter and everything like that, but who am I going to fight? So, I looked into it. I seen that as far as name wise, we don't really have nobody. I did an interview with somebody else. They said something about a guy named Giovanni. I think he's Southpaw. His name Giovanni. I don't know.
No. I don't know who Giovanni is. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's some guy at 147 who named Giovanni with top rank or whatever. He got some kind of name behind him. So, but it's the fact that you said you only know who he is. Yeah, so understand that eventually I'm gonna have to go out to try to get us a fight. But like I said before, I'm willing to do what I got to do to get those fights.
Yeah, the only Giovanni I know, and that's the Giovanni Santiago, the dude that fought Adrian Brunner. That's the the dude that I don't think is him though.
No, not him. No.
Yeah. Let me see. Josh Taylor gonna be there because he moving up.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you said that. I would love to fight Josh Taylor. You feel me? So I definitely need that. He just undisputed at 140 or whatever. So whenever he move up to 147, trust me, I'm right here with him, and I'm gonna break him also.
Yeah, and the thing is, man, we talk about Devin Haney and Shakur and all them guys. You younger than all of them.
Yeah.
Those people don't realize you younger than all of them, but you already got what 22 fights in.
Yeah, 23 really, but
23.
Yeah.
So So y'all might all end up in the same weight division, especially you and like somebody like Devin Haney. You know,
I mean, of course, I love that fight, but I don't think me and him would be in the same weight class. He, if you look at, he a naturally smaller dude. I feel like he might max out at 140. To be real with you, or he might go to Floyd Mayweather route where he can fight at 140, but he go up to 47 or whatever. But no, he not a big guy at all. And
well,
then
he kind of tall though, cause he like 5'10".
he ain't
He
no
like
fight. Me and that man
yeah.
the same.
I think Devin Haney like 5'9", 5'10".
Man,
Five
me
foot
and that
nine. I know he at least 5'9".
5'8".
I think he cut out, y'all. I think he cut out. Uh let me see. Here he is. He back.
My bad,
Oh,
boss.
you good.
But
But
yeah,
the reason I said that is because they all talking about, well, Devin, he's saying that he gonna stay at 140 for a couple years, then he going to 147. How long you see yourself at the weight division? Or you really can't even gauge that right now because you still
yeah,
growing.
I can't really gauge it right now. Like I said, I'm still growing or whatever. And then of course I want me a belt. I used to want to go undisputed at 147,
Mhm.
but all them section fees and stuff like that, I don't feel like dealing with it. So I'm just gonna snag me one. I'll fight the other champions. I'm gonna take their belt though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just make you drop yours. But yeah. So I don't know how long I'm gonna stay at 47. Um, I got a big frame. So my dad used to fight at 168. So it's in my genetics to get big. So we gonna see how it play out.
Okay. Now, as far as your deal, your new deal at Top Rank, how long are you signed with Top Rank for? He cut out. He probably got a call, y'all. I mean, let me wait for him to get back. And y'all hit the like button. Get the lights up.
My bad. Go ahead, boss.
Okay. Now, what I was asking, he cut out again.
My dad keep calling me, but go ahead.
Uh, what I was asking is, as far as Top Rank, right? You just signed a new deal with them, right? How long is the deal that you signed with Top Rank?
It's a 4-year deal, guaranteed. And then they got some other sideline stuff attached to it. Like if we get you here or there, we'll add one more year or whatever. So it's looking like it's gonna be 6 years max.
So basically, like if we get you a title shot, if you win the titles, things like that.
Yeah, so I think I forgot the first one, but yeah, it's something like that. I think it's like talking in the rankings or something. That's 1 year. If you get a belt, that's another year. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. But like I said, you made the right decision. Especially your age signing with Top Rank. You gonna be active. Everybody gonna know who you are because you're gonna be seeing, you're gonna be on TV. And yeah, man. I
Mm.
like that. Anything else you want to, say to the people, man, before you get up out of here? Because I ain't gonna hold you no longer. I know you got a fight coming this weekend and everything, but just let everybody know what you want them to know, man, before you get up out of here.
I seen one dude and he say stop being humble and stuff like that. Like I said before, I don't feel like I got the placement to talk just yet, but trust and believe that will change real soon. Like I said, by the end of this year, I will be a name to look out for. And when the world is watching, that's when I will start. I don't care about nothing. I don't care about nobody. I'm speaking my mind for now. Like, of course, I want to speak my mind now, but I'm gonna give it a little time, give it just a little bit more time, whatever, and get out there do my thing. But once again, this Saturday, I hope I get a video of me getting this dude put to sleep or whatever. So be ready for a first round knockout on Saturday, January 14th.
Yes, sir. And yeah, man, that's real talk. Boxing fans and savages. They want to hear you talk that stuff. And let everybody know, man, where to find you at on all social media platforms.
Get me on Instagram or Twitter, both of them at officialb.norman.
Official B. Norman.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
see, it. Everybody go to Instagram and look him up, right? Official B. Norman, man.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you, B. Norman, man. We will be watching everybody in here. We're gonna be watching your fight on Saturday. Looking forward to it and looking forward to seeing you show out, man.
I got you, boss. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody tuning in on Saturday. Even tuning in for this interview. The fact that y'all came out here to just to hear me speak, I appreciate y'all a lot. And if it'll be a long journey, but it's gonna be a very entertaining journey at the same time. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff up my sleeve that I'm ready to pull out. So y'all be ready for it.
Yes, sir, man. We here for all of it, man. I appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate you, boss.
Already.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all get the lights up. That was Brian Norman Jr. making his debut on Top Rank. It's finna be big, y'all. Y'all smash the like button, get the lights up. I appreciate everybody in here came through, showing love. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I hope that I got all the questions y'all wanted to hear. Hope that I asked them everything you want to hear. But man, I'm telling y'all right now, Brian Norman Jr., that's him. Like he really liked that. You know what I'm saying? He really liked that. And he gonna show out this year because he gonna be up Top Rank. He got a tough Argentinian opponent that he fighting on Saturday. And you heard what he said. He looking to show out. He not just looking to go in there and outbox the guy for 8 rounds and just get a W. He told everybody he's looking to do spectacular things. You know what I'm saying? He want everybody to be talking about him come Sunday. So that's what we want to see. We need young up-and-coming fighters like him that really understand the game of today. You know what I'm saying? I want to go in and look exciting. And he letting y'all know, hey, all that humble shit is going to go out the window. I'm finna be talking big shit. I'm finna give y'all what y'all really want to hear and what y'all really want to see. So, yeah, man, he got the right mindset. He got the right mindset, and he got all of the talent and the skills to go along with it. You know what I'm talking about? And thankfully, he with the right promotional company to build him. So, yeah, man. So great interview, man. Great interview. And y'all got to see, basically his mindset. Y'all got to see his mindset. And you're going to be able to come back, to all his interviews when he blow up because he going to be big. And people going to be wanting to see him in the ring with the best of the best real soon. Yeah. Kirk McCall said, was this live? Yeah, this was live. We live, ain't we? He said, was it live? My man Tate, said that's the main thing. He said that that's the main thing that he said that wowed me. It's not just about winning, but how you win. Want to be great, you got to dominate other greats. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And also, he said he not worried about, he said he want to fight everybody. No matter if they on the other side of the street or not. Yeah, so, you get a lot of young fighters that you will hear talk, and they don't understand the game like that. They really not with that mindset. And that's what's going to take him that's going to take him far, understanding what he got to do and all the ins and outs to be a superstar like that, to have people talking about him, 30 years from now. And like he said, he want people to talk about him like, oh, man, with the Sugar Ray Leonards and the Floyd Mayweathers and everybody. So, yeah. Like I said, great interview with Brian Norman. If you missed it, it will be up. So, you can catch the run back. I appreciate everybody for coming in the building, showing love. My man Jose Sanchez says, as a professional boxer, you have to let your hands speak in the ring. It can't just be about the W. It's how you get the W. That's real talk. And he understands that. You heard him say, I ain't just coming there to get a W. I'm coming there to dominate. You feel what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody that came through in the building. Smash the like button if you didn't smash the like button. We will be back tomorrow talking about everything boxing. We got some hot topics tomorrow. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, if y'all missed it, catch the run back. Sheena, I see you in the building. I appreciate you, Queen. And continue to pray for Lania. Coach is no longer with us. And like I said, go to my community, go to my page, go to the community tab. And if you can, donate. donate to the GoFundMe for Coach. You know, it's man, I don't even really want to talk about it. But prayers for Lanier. Pray for her. She really going through it right now. You know, she lost her best friend, her husband, her everything. So with that being said, like I said, I appreciate y'all coming through the building, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone, y'all.